I open up myself. I open up myself to the influence of the Abrahamic covenant over my life. I open up myself. I open up myself to the influence of the Abrahamic covenant upon my life. I pray, God, that you do with me according to the Abrahamic covenant. I connect to the Abrahamic covenant. I connect to the Abrahamic covenant. Come on, pray that prayer. Connect to the Abrahamic. Roko sokoto robo sekete. Limoko sokoto. Riko sokoto robo. Ria sentere baba. Noko sokoto robo. Rimeka sekete baba. Riko sokoto robo. I open up myself. I open up myself to the influence of the Abrahamic covenant over my life. I open up myself. Praise God, and it's a great late afternoon right here in Central Africa. This is Dr. A. I normally bring Kingdom Business Coaching, but I want to come at this hour, 1800 hours today, and it's because of something very special. I believe in people, and I believe in celebrating people's lives. Today, I'm going to bring to you on this program something to inspire you as a senior citizen, and something to inspire you as a mother and as a father. I want to talk a little bit about gifts and talents. It's very, very clear in the scriptures that the gifts and the calling of God are without repentance. In other words, when God gives you a gift and a call, it's irrevocable. It cannot be taken away from you. Now, a lot of people have buried their gifts. A lot of people have been buried with their gifts. I hope you heard what I just said. A lot of people have been buried with their gifts, while a lot have buried their gifts. So you could be alive, and yet your gift is buried, like the man who received 1 talent in the book of Matthew 25. He buried his talent. He buried his gift. And so when the master came, he said, "Hey, what did you do with what I gave to you?" And so I want you to know that there is a difference between a job, J-O-B, just over broke, join our bosses, whatever you like, and work, W-O-R-K, working on restoring kingdoms. You need to finish your school, whether it's your matric, whether it's your Form 5, whether it's your certificate, college certificate, or diploma, or degree, master's, honors, whatever you call it. You need to finish your course for you to find your job. Those are the qualifications of a job. A job is something you get because an outside external institution has decided to give you a qualification. But work is different. You can find your work at 10. You can find your work at 13, at 15. You may not have a college degree, but if you discover your gift, you can find your work. And once you find your work, there is no retiring. And so today on this beautiful, amazing program, please, I want you to share this video. I have a young man. What an inspiration. What an encouragement. Oh, you know, it is his birthday, and he has done something amazing at the age 10. And so I'm going to take a break for a minute, and then I'm going to introduce you my very special guest. He's only 10 and is gone ahead of time. Man, this catch-up anointing is on him. And then we're going to discuss about him. So why don't you invite friends and tell them Dr. A is live, and let's discuss some gifts and some talents. So in the minute, don't go away. I'll be back. making 1,000 kilos. You will arrive, but after a very long time. With a mentor and a coach, you're flying to your destination. And this is why I like mentoring and I like coaching. All right, so I've got a young man. It is his birthday, and he's written an amazing, beautiful books. 13 chapters. 13 chapters. I'm going, before I introduce him, I'm going to read the back of the cover about the book. Seize Your Moment is the title. Seize Your Moment. Seize Your Moment is about the 9-year-old author sharing his views and urging kids, youths, and parents to invest in self-preparation, being strategically positioned at any given opportunity, striving to do everything in excellence, in your own uniqueness through self-discovery of skills, adding knowledge, and gaining value. Most importantly, coming from the pastor's home, success is about knowing that God desires the very best of all and to depend on Him. The author believes that success is progressive. The author also urges people to stand against the I can't syndrome and believe that the Bible says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. So you can set up, wake up, and seize your moment. This is beautifully amazing. All right, so for the first time on Gracetv, here is my youngest guest, Oswald. Can I give you a handshake?
Sure.
Hey, Oswald. How are you?
I'm fine.
How's been your day? It's evening right here in Zambia.
My day has been fine.
Your day has been fine.
Yes.
Okay, people are watching from everywhere, so I believe this is your camera. So I would like you to look in the camera and greet people that are watching you and just introduce yourself. Say something about yourself.
Hey people of Zambia, my name is Oswa Jim Tapasiawanda. I'm 9 years old in grade 5, but let me just say today I'm 10 years old.
Today you're 10 years, yeah?
Yes, I'm 10 years old in grade 5 at Wisdomwood School. And today I'm with Dr. Anthonymwami. I'm very happy to be here. I am also the author of Seize Your Moment. And also Seize Your Moment is a book that I've decided to write to take away the age limit in children's lives and the word I can't. Because a lot of us children are being taught to say we cannot do something because we're too young.
Wow, amazing. So this is your book. I want to say first, I want to say to you, congratulations.
Thank you.
Secondly, I want to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What an amazing introduction. Before we talk about this book, actually on Friday you're going to be live and you're going to come on our show called Book Review. But before I go to this book, I'm curious. There are things I want to find out about you. You wrote the book when you were 9 and now you are 10. What a great achievement. First of all, how do you feel about you writing a book at age 9? How does that make you feel?
That makes me feel happy. And also because I actually started writing Seize Your Moment when I was 5 years old.
Are you serious? You started writing when you were 5?
Yes. It's why I set a goal for myself to say I'm going to write my book when I'm 9 years old. So during 5, 6, 7, 8, that was the time that I had to gather information. Some information I had just left it out for my next book.
Oh my God. So you're telling us there is a next book coming?
Yes.
Wow. My goodness. This brings me to the second question. Who is your biggest inspiration?
Let me just say, I've been inspired by a lot of people, and the reason why I also decided to write Seize Your Moment is when I had attended a business class, which was hosted by Pastor Jelomi.
Right. You attended a business class. You attended a workshop.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then there was this young man speaking. His name was Kondizi Kama.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said he had took himself to school, so I had got inspired. And then when we came back home, I began to think, how am I going to take myself to school?
Right.
How am I going to take myself to school? So, and then I thought, what do I do best? And then there was a day when I was told to speak in the church.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I spoke, I had came back home. And that's the day I discovered that that the way for me to take myself to school is by writing a book and being a public speaker.
Oh my goodness. This is so inspiring. You speak so well. You articulate, you speak so fluently and so well. Yes, I agree that you are a great author, and also you are a great public speaker. Do many of your friends know that you've written a book?
Yes.
What do they say? What are their thoughts? What are their comments?
They'll say congratulations, I'm really happy for you. All those types of things.
Beautiful. And your teachers?
My teachers will say congratulations.
Oh.
And then some of them, the ones that have taught me from baby class, will be really happy for me.
Wow. That's beautiful. You said you were 5 when you set for yourself a goal to write a book. How did you discover about goal setting?
I've learned from my mother. She has taught a lot of us. I have a younger sister at home. She is also learning how to cook.
Wow. How old is your younger sister?
She's 5.
Wow. At 5 she's learning to cook. So your mother taught you how to set goals?
Yes.
Okay, what can you say about goals? Why are goals important?
Goals are important because a goal is something that you're meant to achieve in life. And also goals push you to become who you want to be. My goal was to write Seize Your Moment, and that has pushed me.
I believe you are 10, but I'm struggling to believe you're 10. You're speaking like you're 25. Are you sure you and your mother didn't do something? Maybe you're 25. Are you really sure you're 10?
Yes, I'm 10.
Oh, you know so much at 10. Now, this is an amazing, amazing book. 13 chapters. What were some of your challenges in writing the book?
During writing my book, I did not face any challenges because of my support system.
Okay, family, you listening to this? A support system. I'd finished my secondary school. I never heard of such a phrase, support system. So Mr. Oswald said he never faced any challenge when writing the book because of his support system. We need to find out from him what a support system is. So what is a support system?
My support system is my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, and my family.
Why do you think it's important to have a support system?
It's important to have a support system because even when you feel like giving up, they will encourage you to do it. So there are some times where I feel like giving up, but because of my support system, they'll tell me, keep on going. You can do it.
Wow. Wow. You're an amazing man. You have a great future. So when you think about your future, when you think about yourself in your 20s, 30s, what would you like to be?
Let me just say this. I would just like, I'm not sure how long it will take, but I just want to build my schools. Um, there is Machalu, there is Luchama, and there is Chaluma. Those
What are those? What is Machalu?
Machalu is my name, Mapalo.
Okay.
And my younger sister is named Chawota, and my other younger brother is named Lubono.
Okay.
So it was when we were just playing a game with my friends to say who can make up a name. And then when we were doing that, I had got all of our names, my brother, my sister, and then that's how I had just got the first two letters. And then I had put them together. That's how I came up with Machalu. But every time I have an idea about something about business, I would stop playing, go and write it in my notebook, and then come back.
You are incredibly smart.
Thank you.
Incredibly smart. So, can you tell me a little bit about Machalu? What is all about Machalu? Is it a school? Is it a business? Is it an idea?
Machalu is more like a skills development center.
Wow. You know, you're too intelligent. It's more like a skills development center.
Yes.
This is what you would like to do when you grow up.
Yes, because I have seen why most people are failing it, because let's say the footballers and also the people that want to they want to be doctors, were being all put together in one class to say the doctors must go to football practice, and that's not what they want to do. So you're just forcing them to do something that they do not want to do. And that's the same thing with parents. Children are not going to put their hearts into something that they do not want to do.
Wow. How did you know that?
It's something that I've learned just by giving one of my baby brother and sister food.
This is amazing. This is beautiful. I'm in agreement with you. You know, when I went to school, we had this subject. It's called homecraft. Do you do it, you guys, these days?
No.
Yeah, so homecraft was a subject where they taught us how to cook. They taught us, excuse me, they taught us how to sew, like tailoring. And I never liked it. But I needed to push myself. I needed to pass the subject. Also, there was a subject we did, carpentry, woodwork. Woodwork, you did woodwork? Metalwork, all these. And I'm like, I never wanted that. So I did 11 subjects in grade 12. But more than half of those subjects have nothing to do with what I do today. So I'm in agreement with you that we need a skills development center so that the doctors can be recognized from the young age and put in a class where they begin to pursue something that has to do with medicine, footballers there, engineers there, accountants there. I am in absolute agreement with you. All right. You are so smart. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about your book. It's an amazing book. But before we talk about this book, let's begin with, I think a lot of people are already inspired by your talk, even before they read the book. It's well done. It's very, very beautiful. By the way, I like your swag. Seemingly, this is your brand. You like shirts like this, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, this is your nice brand and almost the same type of shoes. And you were only 9 here.
Yes.
You are very handsome, sir. Okay, so in a nutshell, who did you write this book for? Who should read this book?
I actually wrote this book for the people of let me just say the people of the world.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of people that are being, my mother always said, there are lots of people that are being buried, as you said it also, are being buried with their skills, and some have buried their skills. they just want to go to the grave with their skills. And it shouldn't be like that, because there will be a time where we're going to have children, and then what are we going to leave for our children? So that's why it's important for us to develop our skills so that we have something to leave on earth. To say today, if, let me just give an example, if I had to die and I did not discover my skills, today we're just going to bury me, cry, everything like that. Tomorrow I'm forgotten.
Wow.
But if we discover our skills, even when I die, they'll cry for me and I'll still be remembered. Just like I actually dedicated this book to my grandfather, Oswald G. Mutapasinya. He's done a lot of things, and today I went to go and see him at the graveyard.
Wow. He's late.
Yes.
Okay.
I have heard great stories about him. He was in football, he was in police, he has done a lot of things. So I have got also inspired just by him.
By his works.
Yes, and I've also learned just by him is that we should not limit ourselves.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's talk about money. What's the price in the book?
The price of the book is 130.
130.
Yes.
Amazing. 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 Beautiful. All right. So, a summary of this book. What can people find inside this book?
In this book, they're going to find about Courageous character. I'll just tell us about Courageous character. In Courageous character, which is my chapter 1, I wrote about why people should have a courageous character, especially in a business. I am going to be CEO of my business, Machalu. And in that business, I also want to have another company, Amapalo. So in that business, I need to have a courageous character. Also, I'm also speaking to those future CEOs. We should always have a courageous character, because once we do not have a courageous character, what do our employees think of us? To say our boss is soft. Even if I had to steal this, what can he do to me? He's too soft to do anything to me.
Oh, preach to me.
He's too soft to do anything to me. But if we have a courageous character, we'll stand up and tell them to say, no, this is wrong, but also in a polite way. I've also learned just because you're boss, that does not mean you have to be bossy.
Wow. Just because you're a boss, you don't need to be bossy.
No.
Okay.
So let me just say, I'll talk about that later in my chapter 4.
Okay.
There's also my chapter 2, skills plus knowledge equals value.
Skills plus knowledge equals value.
Yes, and out of value you get wealth.
Wow. And out of value you get wealth. So skills plus knowledge creates value.
Yes.
And when you have value, wealth comes out of that value.
Yes.
Okay. I'm listening.
So in my chapter 2, I've wrote about to say, once you have your skills, if you do not have your knowledge, you cannot get value.
Wow.
Because you do not have knowledge of your skills. You do not know what to do with those skills, and that is why we end up burying them.
Wow. Wow. This is amazing. Do you think a lot of people have value?
Yes, we all have skills. It's just that they are not discovered.
What would you say to somebody watching you right now and they are wondering how you discovered your skills? How can they discover their own skills?
The first thing that I'll say is that they must be focused. They must have a courageous character.
Okay. Back to chapter 1, they must have a courageous character.
Because a courageous character also help you to be focused.
Okay.
It will keep you focused on what you want to do. To say you want to do this, you must have a courageous character, because you'll be able to stand up for yourself even when challenges come, because that's what I actually do. Negative words are going to come to me. What I'll just tell myself to say, my brain is like a memory card.
Your brain is like a memory card.
Yes, I do not take in the negative comments. No, the space is full for negative comments. I only have room for the positive ones.
Jesus, did you hear that, Grace family? His brain is like a memory card and it's got no space, no room for taking negative comments. Okay, yeah, I'm listening.
So that's what I do to avoid
Negativities
yes,
and to overcome challenges.
yes. Because what I've learned from a challenge is that the challenge helps you to grow.
Okay.
I've
For
learned
example?
Yes, I've learned it like in a way like when you want to ride the bike.
Right.
You stand up, you fall with the bruises. You get up again until you learn how to ride it. So that's how it is with life. You stand up, you fall, you get up again, you push, you stand up, you fall until you get it done.
And I think in falling you become stronger, right?
Yes.
The more you fall, the more stronger you become. It's like going to the gym. The more you lift those words, the first time it could be painful, but the more you lift them, you begin to manage them. You begin to manage them. Okay. So you've talked to us about the courageous character, chapter 1, and chapter 2, skills plus knowledge equals value, and out of value you create wealth. Right. And tell us more about what's in the book.
I also have my chapter 3, balancing both prayer and marketplace.
Balancing both prayer. How do you balance prayer and marketplace?
I'll start with, let me just say, you work in a restaurant.
You work in a restaurant, yeah.
Yes, and then I'll imagine this as a tray with food.
Okay.
And then you just want to start praying while you're working to say, while you're taking food to a person. And then you just be all that food. What would the people think to say, no, you're not serious? And then that comes back again to the owner of that business to say, why do you employ such people like this?
Am I allowed to laugh, Mr. Felix? On TV, yes. I'm definitely enjoying that. That's an amazing example. So you hold your tray and you work in a restaurant,
Yes.
and you just go, of course, the tray will fall, maybe broken, plates broken, food wasted, loss to the owner of the company, clients are agitated. It was because you have the skill, but you don't have the knowledge, right?
Yes.
And because you have the skill, you don't have the knowledge,
Yes.
you failed to balance.
Yes, and also in a church,
In a
it is
church.
time for you to pray. You want to start making money while people are praying. Who does that?
Okay, I'm listening. Yeah, who does that?
Who does that? People want to pray to say, God, oh, give me shelter. And then you want to start going to say, oh, I have farms. Come, I'll sell you farms.